Hello, everyone. Welcome to yoga. My name is Taylor, and I will be guiding you through class today. If you have blocks or anything that you can use like blocks, I highly recommend just grabbing them just in case. You never know. Awesome prop just to have that nice stability through any of the postures that we go through today. But other than that, we're going to start in child's pose and then kind of get right into some fun movement. And as always, take it at your own pace. If you're not feeling like a full crescent lunge, put the knee down. So anything that you need today, go for it. So that being said, we'll get started in our child's pose or any other pose that you're feeling today. So maybe having the big toes touch, knees nice and wide, and then just begin to bring your chest down towards the mat, extending your arms out in front, and then bringing your forehead down towards the ground. So really reaching the arms out in front of you, and then you can kind of allow the elbows to relax and sink down towards the mat. And if you're not feeling like you want complete stillness, maybe you're feeling a little antsy or just uncomfortable, maybe just making some movements here, rocking a little bit side to side, maybe a little bit of side stretches, walking your hands to one side and then the other, and just working out any of those little kinks. And then if you're feeling ready for it, finding a little bit of stillness. We'll be here for just a few rounds of breath, so doing anything that you need to allow yourself to find just a bit of stillness for a moment, just so we can really allow ourselves to focus in on our breath. And when we're focusing in on our breath, just noticing how it feels. So no need to change anything right away. No need to have these super deep, aggressive breaths, but rather just having this flow-like, wave-like motion of inhales and exhales. So we'll start our inhale all the way at the bottom of our belly and feel it fill up through our front and back ribs. Maybe you're feeling the belly puff onto the thighs a bit and into the chest, and then without holding at all, exhaling at the top of your inhale. So your inhale just flows right into the exhale. And starting up again when you release all of that breath inside of you, inhaling to fill up completely. And then a nice, smooth, slow exhale. Finding that pattern of breath that you can use through your whole practice. If you're feeling like you're losing your breath, then slow down your practice a bit so you can come back to this pattern that we're finding right now. Maybe you want to dedicate your practice today to someone, or you want an intention. So maybe thinking about that right now, of where you can bring your mind back to if it starts to wander. You can bring it back to your intention. You can bring it back to your breath. One more deep inhale together to fill up. And exhale out through the mouth. Just letting go of any stagnant energy. And we'll slowly begin to lift up when you're ready, finding our tabletop. So in table, wrists and shoulders are aligned, knees and hips, fingers are spread nice and wide, so we're pressing through the palms and the knuckles. Active hands here. And then we're already engaging the core. Head is an extension of the spine in this neutral tabletop position. On our inhale, we'll begin to bring the belly down towards the ground, opening the chest and maybe lifting head and gaze. Exhaling, belly to spine, up to the sky, releasing your head and neck down towards the ground. And going through these two motions of cat and cow, using that breath, using that wave-like breath of inhales and exhales as you exaggerate your postures. Maybe closing your eyes to just really focus inward. And when you're in your Cow pose, opening up that chest here. So finding that heart opener, feeling the shoulders press towards each other. And as you exhale into your cat, pressing your hands away from the ground, feeling that space between the shoulder blades as you relax your head down towards the ground. And if any other organic movements feel good, I recommend trying them out. Maybe you just want to gaze behind one shoulder and then the other. Maybe you want to create some hip circles. Maybe you really loved how child's pose feels and you want to go back into it. So a couple more moments, breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly making your way back to your neutral tabletop. We'll extend the right leg out behind us, keeping the toes on the mat for a moment as we just press out back into the heel. And then you can kind of rock forward, but just getting a feel for the hamstrings, rocking forward and back. And again, already engaging the core, and as we engage that core, lifting the right foot off of the mat. Maybe you even want to tap the belly a bit just to make sure that both sides are even and the left side isn't sinking at all, right side isn't lifted. So making sure you're nice and aligned, core engaged. And then if you're feeling good, head is an extension of the spine, your foot is flexed. Maybe coming to the tips of your left fingers or extending that hand out in front. Breathing here. Focal point is key for any balancing postures. And on our inhale, we have the option to really find that length. Exhale to bring the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. We'll stay here, finding that breath once again. Slowly bringing the left hand back down to the mat, tucking the left toes under, lifting up into a three-legged dog. So right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Inhaling here, keeping those hips nice and squared. Exhale to bring the right foot over to the left, finding a nice hip opener. Gazing maybe underneath the right armpit. Trying to keep our weight evenly distributed in both hands here as well. And if you want to find some movement with that right leg, feel free. Maybe some circles, maybe rolling out the ankle, whatever you need here. We'll inhale to square off those hips once again, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose, shifting your weight forward, so trying to get the shoulders and wrists aligned here. Lifting that right leg towards the belly, towards your chest. One more deep inhale like this. Exhale to make your way to a low lunge, making any little adjustments here to get comfortable. Since it is the beginning of our practice and everything, maybe you want to grab hold of those blocks just so we can find that nice long spine. A little bit of support with our blocks. And then we'll slowly lower that back knee onto the mat. Inhale to really open up the chest here. And on our exhale, maybe allow ourselves to just sink into the posture a bit. Staying nice and active with our legs, feeling the inner thighs pressing towards each other. The knee and ankle are aligned with the right leg. Open chest. Inhaling and exhaling. On our next inhale, we'll bring our arms towards the sky. Modified crescent lunge. Maybe you need to bring that left hip forward a bit, right hip back. Lengthening up through the spine, relaxing the shoulders. Inhaling here. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest. Maybe you're ready to bring the head and gaze towards the sky. Inhaling, arms back towards the sky. Exhale to plant the hands onto the mat, lifting the back knee off of the mat. Left foot meets the right at the front of the mat. Inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold. Again, inhale to half lift, so fingers to shins, lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, really lengthening up. Exhale to fold right back down, hinging at the hips. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right and left leg back into plank. Few rounds of breath here. So you can always lower the knees onto the mat if you choose. Head is staying as an extension of the spine or pressing our hands away from the ground. One more inhale. Exhale to our down dog. Deep inhale in this down dog. Exhale out through the mouth. Slowly lowering our knees onto the mat. We'll bring our fingers so they're facing towards the knees here. Just getting a little bit of a different stretch in our next round of cat-cow. So again, inhaling to open up the chest. Exhale to round. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly coming back into that neutral tabletop. Bringing our fingers so they're facing towards the front of the mat this time. Extending the left leg back. Keeping the toes on the mat once again. Maybe pressing out. Rocking forward and back. Again, just getting a feel for that hamstring. Seeing how everything's feeling. And then we'll slowly lift that left foot off the mat, flexing the foot, maybe tapping the belly to make sure everything's nice and engaged. And when you feel ready, extending the right hand out in front. Breathing here, finding your focal point. Staying here if you choose, or inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll stay here. Nice round of breath. Slowly releasing the right hand onto the mat. Coming into your three-legged dog, lifting the left leg up and back. Hips are squared here. We'll inhale to really lengthen through that left leg and exhale to open up the hip, bringing that left foot over to the right. Again, weight evenly distributed in both hands. We can find movement with the left leg or stay static, whichever you choose. Inhaling to lengthen back through left leg. Exhale, knee towards nose, shifting your weight forward. Again, shoulders and knees aligned here. Shoulders and wrists. One more deep inhale. Exhale to your low lunge. Again, making any adjustments to get comfortable here. Slowly lowering the back knee onto the mat. Maybe grabbing hold of your blocks. And we'll stay here with this nice open chest for a moment. Maybe inhaling for a bit more length through the spine. Exhale to settle in just a bit more. And then slowly finding your way on your inhale to your modified crescent. Checking in on those hips, making sure everything feels and looks good. Or just rather feels, if you might not be looking, but if you can totally tell that the hips are not square, just being mindful. Maybe you need to shorten your stance a bit to get everything nice and aligned. Inhaling here. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest. Maybe bringing your head and gaze towards the sky. Inhaling to lift back up. Exhale, plant the hands onto the mat. Back knee lifts, right foot meets the left. Inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold. Bending the knees, inhaling to chair. So a chair pose. Arms are nice and lengthened. Chest is open, core engaged, settling into the hips. Maybe we can just get a little bit deeper here. And then maybe just a little deeper. Feel the burn. Maybe you want to take your toes off of the mat. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale to your mountain, arms towards the sky. Exhale for a side bend over to the right. So really open. You're finding that nice stretch through the left, but we're also not crunching into the right side. Maybe you're pressing out through the left hip a bit. Legs are engaged so you can feel as though there's a block in between your thighs here. Chest is open, so maybe you need to open up through that left side just a bit more. Inhale to lift back to center. Exhale over to the left. Again, a nice body scan to see where you need to engage more, where you need to relax. Are you tensing up in the shoulders at all? And on your inhale, back to center. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, plant hands, coming into our plank pose. Again, a couple rounds of breath here. Warming up the body. One more deep inhale. Exhale to slowly lower to the mat, keeping the elbows nice and close when you lower all the way down. Untucking the toes, inhaling to cobra, opening up the chest. If you're ready for down or up dog, feel free. But in cobra, pelvis is on the mat, feet are planted, opening up the chest. Little to no weight in the hands. One more deep inhale in whatever heart opener you're feeling, and really allowing yourself to open up that chest. And on your exhale, making your way to down dog. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg towards the sky. Exhale to open up the hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knee towards nose, shifting weight forward. Inhaling here. Exhale to your low lunge. Inhaling to crescent lunge. Taking a moment here, getting comfortable. Maybe you need to check out the hips. Make sure that the knee is not wobbled inward, but active legs. So the knee and the ankle are aligned here. Breathing. Inhaling here. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest, maybe bringing head and gaze towards the sky. Staying here for an inhale and one more exhale. Inhaling, arms back towards the sky. Exhale to open up, warrior two. Making any adjustments, so it's heel to arch or heel to heel alignment with our legs. Nice bend in that front knee. Arms are parallel to the ground, but we have relaxed shoulders. Maybe gazing over those right fingertips, or maybe you even want to close your eyes. Core engaged. Settling in with every inhale, finding a bit more length. Every exhale, just settling in that little bit more. We're here for a few more rounds of breath. Breathing. On your next inhale, finding star, so arms towards the sky, feet have a bit of a turnout as we open up the chest, breathing here. Lengthening up towards the sky on your inhale. Exhale to bring hands to heart center. Maybe you can turn out your feet a bit more for horse as we bend into the knees. And breathe. So we're sinking into the hips, we're bending into the knees, legs are engaged, chest is open. Maybe we can get a little bit deeper. Breathing. Maybe a little deeper. On our inhale, back to star. Exhale, warrior two. Breathing here. We'll slowly pivot on that back foot, making our way back to a crescent lunge. Again, any little adjustments you need here. Inhaling for some length. Exhale to airplane the arms. So arms beside us, chest is open, nice bend in that front knee. Weight into the right foot, left foot meets the right, chair pose with airplane arms. Settling in, maybe allowing yourself to get a little bit deeper with these airplane arms. Inhale to chair. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, mountain, arms towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Couple rounds of breath in this forward fold. Allowing the head to hang heavy, shaking the head yes and no. Maybe a bend in the knee, maybe opposite hand to opposite elbow, a little sway from side to side. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Once more, inhale to half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Right and left leg back into plank. Few rounds of breath. Inhaling here. Exhale to slowly lower, hovering the body off of the mat. Staying here for a round of breath, hovering. And then when you're ready, flipping onto your front of your feet, opening up the chest. If you like the up dog, feel free. If you're ready for cobra, once again, feel free. So any heart opener. And then exhaling to down dog. A nice deep inhale and exhale, maybe out through the mouth. Inhaling left leg towards the sky. Exhale to open up the hip. Inhale to square off once again. Exhale, knee towards nose, shifting weight forward, shoulders and wrist aligned. Deep inhale here. Exhale to your low lunge. Inhaling up to crescent. Again, making any adjustments in your crescent to get comfortable. Checking in on those hips once again. And then allowing yourself to settle in. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Inhale for some length. Exhale to cactus the arms. Open up the chest. Staying here for a round of breath, maybe bringing head and gaze towards the sky. Inhaling, arms back to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Again, checking in on the feet, checking in on that front knee, relaxing the shoulders, maybe gazing over the left fingertips. And we're staying here for a few rounds of breath. On each exhale, maybe just finding a bit more available space. Beautiful. On the inhale, we'll find that star, turning the feet out, opening up the chest. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, maybe turning those feet out just a bit more as we slowly bend into the knees, sink into the hips, finding our horse. Are we able to get even a little lower? Maybe we take our left heel off of the mat. Slowly releasing it back down. Right heel off of the mat. Slowly releasing it back down. Both heels off of the mat, maybe shaking a little bit with this one. And then slowly releasing the heels back down, maybe getting just a little deeper. Keeping that core engaged. Inhaling to arms back towards the sky, lengthening through the legs. Exhale to our warrior two for a nice round of breath. We'll slowly pivot onto that back foot, finding our crescent lunge once again. A nice inhale here. Exhale to airplane the arms beside us, folding forward. Weight into the left foot, right foot meets the left, chair with airplane arms, settling in. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of sensation in the legs. Inhaling to our chair. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, mountain, arms towards the sky. Nice big morning stretch. Exhale to fold forward. Again, a couple of rounds of breath in your forward fold. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Letting the head hang heavy. Space between the shoulders and ears. Bring the weight into the left foot as we inhale to lift up, bringing the right foot with us, one-legged mountain. Finding a focal point here, slowly bringing our hands to heart center, right foot on top of the left thigh, finding figure four, allowing ourselves to settle in. So just beginning to sit back in the hips, bending at that left knee. Chest stays open as always. Foot is flexed, right foot is flexed. And just slowly beginning to settle in. Finding a focal point, finding our breath, maybe coming back to our intention. Few more rounds of breath, maybe sending a breath to wherever you're feeling a lot of sensation here. Inhaling to lift back up into our one-legged mountain, staying here for a nice round of breath. And then slowly releasing the right foot to meet the left as we fold forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a toe lock. So peace fingers underneath the big toe, thumb on top. Inhale for a half lift with as much of a bend in your knees as you need. And then exhale to fold forward. Again, space between the shoulders and ears. As much of a bend in your knees as you need. So we want to get the belly nice and close to the legs. Releasing that toe lock, inhaling to half lift. Exhale to fold. Weight into the right foot, inhaling to lift up into our one-legged mountain, bringing the left foot with us. Finding that focal point, left foot on the right thigh, hands to heart center. As we slowly begin to sit into the hips, left foot is flexed. This side could be completely different than the other. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more shaky. Maybe you're feeling like you can't sit down as far as you could in the other leg. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're feeling really good here. So just honor however you're feeling. Just keep with that breath and see where you can go. Few more rounds of breath. When you're ready, beginning to lift up, finding that one-legged mountain once again, a nice round of breath. And on your exhale, left foot meets the right, folding forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to plant the hands, coming into your down dog. A nice round of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Option for a little twist, bringing your right hand either to the left ankle or the left thigh, and then using that leg as a little bit of leverage so you can maybe gaze underneath the left armpit and find a bit of a twist. And then making your way back into your down dog, switching sides. So bringing that left hand to the outside of wherever feels most comfortable on the right leg, and then beginning to twist, opening your chest towards the right, maybe bringing your gaze underneath the armpit. And slowly making your way back into your down dog. One more deep inhale. Slow exhale. Bringing your knees to the mat, and we will end how we began. So finding that child's pose once again. Maybe you want to keep the knees together. Maybe you'll have them separated like last time. And then just allow yourself to settle in. If you're feeling like you'd like to end in any other posture, feel free. But once you settle in, finding that stillness, maybe just taking a moment to notice how you feel in child's pose now versus how you felt in the beginning of class. And then maybe just taking an inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, letting go of any tension that is still lingering in the mouth, the jaw, the face, and just allowing the face and your shoulders or whatever else that you're holding on to anything to relax. Be mindful about allowing everything to relax. Slow inhales, slow exhales, kind of coming back to your natural rhythm of breath. And if you're feeling really good here and want to spend a few more minutes here, highly recommend it. If you want to go into a corpse pose for an extended meditation, feel free. I will leave you here, so if you're ready to reawaken the body, you can, but I encourage you to stay in your meditative state for as long as you have available. But as always, thank you for sharing this practice with me. Have a great rest of your day, and namaste.